Hi YouTube, here's my 1984 Hoover Junior U1104. This is the 80s version of the popular Hoover Junior from the 60s and 70s, of this styling I mean. I got this at the same time as I got my Hoover Senior 652A. I got it off the same seller, but I just haven't made a video of this because I just didn't get around to it. But yeah, I've had it just as long. Why that matters I don't know, but anyway, in my experience the 80s juniors are nowhere near as good as the 70s ones, but they were a budget cleaner for that time. So obviously it's a different styling and the bag's slightly different. It's kind of like a fabric, soft fabric rather than a vinyl scratchy bag, which the 70s ones have. I also have a genuine H1 bag in here. Those really fluorescent yellow genuine ones. It is top fill, obviously. So yeah, it seems to be all original, apart from obviously the card and the cap on the handle. But this has a quite unique, I suppose, combined handle release and on-off switch. So you kind of press it lightly to release the handle, then you press it down again quite hard, and that turns it on. Or, if you wanted to, you could do it all in one, so you press it down very hard, and that releases the handle and turns it on. So yeah, that's that. It does still have the 4 height position, height right control as they call it. So low, sort of your short to medium, long pile, and then extra long. Which, to be honest, on the juniors I've never found they make that much of a difference whichever setting you use it on. It's only these 2 higher settings that actually make the thing move, and then it's only millimeters. But anyway, it's a nice feature all the same, I suppose. The cover plate isn't removable like it is on the 60s and 70s ones, but oh well, I suppose it's like a safety thing for that time. I'll show you underneath. Now this is different underneath slightly, in the fact that the 80s juniors have a sole plate that you have to unscrew. The 60s and 70s ones didn't. It was just all open here. You just had like a spring-loaded cover thing that covered the belt. And speaking of the belt, the 80s ones use a flat belt and not a rounded one, which means it doesn't snap as easily. This obviously still has the original Hoover agitator brush roll. The later U1104 juniors, or the later 80s juniors, used the activator, which the turbo powers used. You probably won't be able to read that, but it says Hoover model U1104. U1104 410, so that was October 1984. 300 watts, made in UK by Hoover Place. So it is 50 watts more powerful than the 70s juniors, but like I said, I still don't think it's as good. So, anyway, I guess I'll show it you in action, because there isn't really anything else to say about it. It's just a junior. So, let's unwind this cable here. It does annoy me not having the original card, because it just stands out so much, I don't like it. Anyway, let's plug this in here. And I will put some sawdust down and show it you in action. Hopefully I can cope with all that. Anyway, here we go. So there you have it. And again, bits are falling out everywhere. That's ridiculous. Probably caught underneath the sill plate or something. Sorry, a minute, I'll just clean this up. So, another thing to note would be that the 80s Juniors didn't use a metal fan. They used a plastic fan. Still bits are falling out. Told you they're not as good as the 70s ones. But, like I said, they're just a budget vac. They also seem to take after the turbo powers a bit, these 80s ones, look at that. Leaning. Anybody that owns a turbo power knows that that can be a problem with them. Anyway, there's my 1984 Hoover Junior U1104, so thanks for watching.